Lyle Marcus, Latham High-Tech Seeds out at the Premier Agronomy Center. Taking a look at what we saw in 2022 on our planting depth study. We planted 2 hybrids. We're going to talk about LH5245 VT2 Pro first. We planted at 1.25 inches, 2.5, and 3 inches. We planted 34,500 plants per acre was our target. And so we're just looking at how the ears development compares in the different planting depths. As you look at the 1.25 inches, you can see there's differences in ear length. And so some of that has contributed to the uneven emergence that we got at that planting depth. The larger ear was the earliest emerged hybrid, or plant, excuse me. 2.5, we can see we must have really nice even emergence because our uniform ear throughout the field is there, as well as in the 3-inch. The other thing to note is the ear length. So we shortened up a bit on the shallow planted seed, but then also on ear girth, we lost a couple rows of kernels. On the 1.25 inches, we only got 14 rows of grain. On the 2.5 and the 3-inch, we got 16 rows of grain. And when we look at the ear diameter, the 1.25 inches is about 1.75 inches in diameter, and you jump over to the other two, and we hit a full 2-inch diameter. So we got more kernel depth as well as having that extra girth. So it's really important for us to look at planting depth, make sure that we have that root in the zone so it can be most effective to help build that plant and build a nice ear. Here's our second hybrid in our planting depth study, the LH5487 VT2 Pro. So the difference between this one and the 5245, you got a little more ear flex on the 5487. It usually has a little bit girthier ear, where 5245 is a more longer, slender ear. But we can see we got some great length here on the 5487 this year. On the left, we have the 1.25 inches. You can see you got some variability in ear size. They're very nice, but we got some variability in there. You move to the 2.5, and we just increase uniformity tremendously. The ears are nice and straight, they're very uniform. And we go to the 3-inch and we see that same uniformity coming through. When we look at the diameter, we're dropping a couple rows of grain on the 1.25 inch planting. These only have 14 rows of grain on them. On the 2.5, we actually have 18, and we have 16 on the 3-inch. But what we see when we measure the kernel or the ear diameter, the 1.25 inches, 1.75 inches, and both the 2.5 and the 3-inch are 2-inch diameter ears. So we gained a lot in kernel depth as well as those rows of grain. So again, the importance of planting at the proper depth so to make sure we get uniform emergence, which gives us the nice uniform ear size. Uneven emergence gives us what we see here, plus the root not working as effectively. We see that imbalance in the ear throughout the field. So we're really shooting for what we can see on the right-hand side. Again, this is the 3rd year we've done this example here at the Latham farm, and super consistent. So it's telling us over different environments, different years, that this is really what we should be doing to maximize yield on our farm.